Things were pretty bad in Echuca. Echuca was a pretty racist little town. We were only allowed 2 Aboriginal kids at kinder a year, and lots of our children went through what was called a special grade. Yeah, all the Aboriginal kids through their entire schooling, and I think that's disgusting. My cousin and I, Val, used to fight, well, not fight, but really try hard just to get our children in there, because we realised the importance of our kids knowing other children before they went to school.
The key ingredients in the success of this centre is the commitment of the staff over the last 25 years.
When we started, it was just like a playgroup. This was a really old house here, yeah. But we were that proud of it, you know. And the children started coming and kept coming, you know. It was a hard fight. It's the way I'm talking now, it was so easy, but we had a lot of support. We wanted our kids to gel together. We wanted our children to know who they were, who their families were, and who they were related to. Everyone was auntie and uncle, you know, respect. That was the main thing we wanted our children to do, because, you know, you live in a town and you can get lost.
I've worked with a lot of early childhood centres in my job as transition coordinator at Echuca East Primary School, and what makes Barimba stand out is that these kids are getting the best possible start in a culturally appropriate setting, and then they're coming to us at school with that confidence.
When they come to Barimba, they see their connections. They physically see them because they're playing with their cousins, their aunties are teaching them. You know, they're nurtured by their mob. So I think that's the best part about Barimba, and it's something that makes it unique, and it's culturally relevant for us.
I started at Barimba as a child. I would have been 3 or 4 years old. My dad's auntie worked here. I became a mum young, and Barimba's always supported me through my parenting.
For some parents, it's a connection to get help with parenting. It's a connection to connect with other families. It opens up conversations about their children and what we can do to best support them. I would like to send some of our teachers in here to watch the practitioners in here, how they relate to the children, their knowledge of early childhood. The staff here gave us invaluable information on how to make school successful for these students.
To help kids be school ready, the school that I'm based at currently at Echuca East, you know, we'll get one of the lead prep teachers to come in and just start making them connections with the kids here, because this is a safe environment for them. This is something that they know.
Barimba encourages all the children that come through here to get into the mainstream kinders once they've come through playgroup and then the 3-year-old kinder, because that gets them ready for school.
We provide breakfast, morning tea, lunch and afternoon tea.
I've, talked to parents where they haven't had the time to make a lunch for their kids or whatever, and Auntie Vicky will say, don't worry about it, we'll make sure they got their lunches, and then they'll take them on the bus run. So it's not just a daycare centre or anything like that. They look after the whole child and the whole family.
The bus is an important part in our community, as we have a lot of parents that don't have cars and everything, and we need their kids in here to help them get an education and get ready for their transition into school.
Some parents haven't got cars, but I think the biggest challenge is the funding now. I think it's really hard for some to be able to come.
And there's a lot of single parents as well, which, they barely can pay now. So imagine, if it had to be a lot more expensive, there's no way that, it would not be a good thing. It'd be very negative.
With this centre, it's affordable. As a working mum myself, I don't think I could work in this role. If I had to utilise mainstream, I'd probably have to not work, because I wouldn't be able to afford that. Barimba supports the children and the family's wellbeing by making links between other services that will address the issues that they're facing.
And I think they do that in a really culturally sensitive way, whereas other preschools or childcare centres don't have that knowledge of how to do it in a culturally sensitive way.
So I've been here for 3 years and I've been supported in studying through TAFE, and now I'm doing my bachelor in Geelong. So yeah, they are very flexible and help me to obtain my studies and my certificates.
I want to be a good role model to kids and show them the importance of what it's like to work and that you can help out.
The base of Barimba and being an Aboriginal centre is meaning they've got this foundation of identity that then they're willing to share with others. So I think that's extremely important.
You can face anything if you know you are, you know. Like kids could call you what they like and teachers can look down their noses at you. But if you know who you are, you can fight.
As a kid here, the friendships I made, I still am close to a lot of kids I went to here.
This is really a best case practice that I look at of how to transition Indigenous children into school.
You know, we're going to have strong Koori kids in our community and hopefully strong Koori leaders in the future. That's why we've got strong leaders in our community today. So we've all been through here. I couldn't see Echuca without it. I'd be very upset if this was never here for, you know, my great nieces or anyone else in this community. You know, this is where they learn to know who they are.
Understanding who we are and how we all connect is the heart of having this service, and it's for the best of the children, and to see them go on to become, you know, educated and off to uni.
You know, you see kids walking past here that have, you know, been through Barimba, now they're at school or they're at high school, and they all still stop in here to say hello to Auntie Vicky or say hello to Auntie Lulu or whoever their workers were, or just to come and see their cousins. Because sometimes, you know, within the community you're dispersed and sometimes you live your own little lives. But when you've got places like Barimba, it brings it all together.
Like I've been through here, my kids have been coming through here, my nephews are coming through here, our cousins. Hopefully it'll still be here so my kids' kids can come through here. You know that your kid's not just a number, they're being supported in here. We try our hardest to make them feel loved.
They've got somewhere safe they can come to or feel good, you know, if things are not going too good at home. Yeah. I think it's been the best thing we've done in Echuca.